What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Les Alex here for Impact, and we are live and in living color on a fabulous Valentine's Day edition of the stream. If you are watching live, you are the real MVPs. And if you're watching after the fact on YouTube, that's all good. Make sure you hit up our Twitch, though, twitch.tv/Impact Gaming Center, as we stream each and every single Friday night, unless there's, certain exceptions, of course. Typically, whenever, and he's going to counter. We already got things popping off here for Dan. Regardless, though, yeah, make sure to follow, like, comment, subscribe. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. This is going to be a pretty fun one. We got Nick on Enchantress against Dan on his Song Breach deck. Last time we streamed some Modern, we did see the Song Breach deck. Dan kind of fizzled a little bit in his first go on stream, but he has a little bit of a redemption here. And it's going to be a pretty fun time for both players. We've got a Scion of Draco, and Dan could potentially try and go off this turn. We'll see how things go, though. And there's a Rumble in the Jungle. And yeah, thank you all, though, so much for joining us. Like I said, we're doing it live. Alrighty. Let's see what we've got here. Dan contemplating his options. Gonna grab a Stomping Ground. Down to 16. There's another Rumble in the Jungle. 2, 3, 4. So there's a Breach, 2 EEs, and a counter spell. So the jig is up here for Dan. But I think that he is okay with that. And there is... and just an attack there, down to 12, up to 24. Enchantress Presence for Nick. All right, Dan contemplating his options here. What does he got? Does he have a Song of Creation in his hand? That would go a long way with making things happen. I don't think he does, but he does have an Underworld Breach. He's going to use the Spawn token and Breach here. What are we going to start with? Well, Mox Opal. That makes sense, doesn't it? Exiling these cards. And we will counter it in response. Gonna get some treasures. Gonna maybe play a Pentad Prism for next turn. Maybe not. Contemplating the graveyard here. Let's zoom out just a touch. His graveyard is actually super important. So, I'm going to cast it again. This time we do have Metalcraft. What do we want to cast? We got that Pentad Prism in hand. Down to 2 treasures, maybe. There's a Pentad Prism. And he is going to force it. He's going to Pact to Negation, Pact to Negation. So he packed a negation, the packed a negation. So now going to remove some counters here, make some mana. Cast Rumble Rumble. Exiling these 3 cards. Does he have mana to cast Song of Creation at this point? I don't think he does. But further into the deck we march. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not what you want to see. Remember, now he's got 2 pack triggers breathing down his neck. He's going to take the land. Surveil action here. Going to put Mox Opal into the bin. So we can cast that Mox Opal. Going to sacrifice the Eldrazi and play Rumble again. Exiling 3 more cards. And he's kind of doing it here, you know? Getting through the deck, just has to find a dang Song of Creation. Grinding Station. He's going to take the Grinding Station. Go figure. All right, now he's rocking and rolling for real. Got a way to cast it, so he's going to cast the Grinding Station, and he is off to the races here. There is Grinding Station. He's going to tap it. Going to sacrifice the Mox Opal. And he's going to mill 3 cards. There's Song of Creation. He's going to recast the Mox Opal, exiling 3 cards in his graveyard thanks to Underworld Breach, untapping the Grinding Station. He's going to make a mana, sacrifice the Mox Opal, mill 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. And I'm pretty sure we are pretty close to deterministic at this point. He's going to play it again. Going to tap it. Going to untap the Grinding Station. Going to sack the Mox Opal. And now it is pretty academic at this point. We're going to play this. We're going to exile these 3. Untap here. Going to make another mana. This time a blue mana, it looks like. So we are going for the Song of Creation. Going to mill these 3. Sacrifice the Mox Opal. Recast the Mox Opal. Exile 3 cards in our discard pile. In the graveyard. Going to untap. Going to make a mana. Going to make another maybe red mana. Tap and sack the Mox Opal. Milling 3 cards. And he is off and doing it. There's a Grape Shot. And he can redo it. Yeah. I'm not sure the storm count. But it's a lot. And he can recast the Grape Shot again. So that is going to do it for game number 1. Holy moly. Quite the game number 1 there. And things went according to plan there for Dan. Holy smokes. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. When you see a really high-end, at least for me, when I see a high-end combo deck doing its thing, it is a sight of beauty. But Nick gonna regroup, gonna get to sideboard, and he will, of course, trot on to game 2 and try and get back into this one. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Hit up impactgamingcenter.gg for all of your Magic the Gathering needs. We've got other stuff too, board games, tabletop games, you name it. We've got it. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us tonight. Got some viewers. Love to see it. Don't be shy. Get on in that stream chat. I love chopping it up with everybody. Let me fix this while we're here. We need to. Sorry, I'm fixing our. Alrighty, cool. Let's kick it back down there to the battlefield as these players get set for game number 2. Obviously, Nick going to be bringing in probably a ton of graveyard hate. If I was a betting man, that is what I imagine would be coming in here. But yeah, Nick will be on the play. You know, he got some pretty good damage on Dan, but just didn't have any interaction on the turn that Dan was going off. I think in this kind of metagame, you almost need some graveyard, main deck graveyard hate. I don't know. Is Breach going to get banned in Modern? Or are they just going to say, Mox Opal was a mistake. Let's just reban that. I could totally see him doing that. Let me know, though, in the stream chat and in the comments what you think is going to happen to this deck. Maybe no changes. It's possible. Alrighty. Both players drawing their 7. Let's see if they're keepers. Nope, Dan's going to put it back. Go to 6. Looks like Nick is going to keep. Alrighty. Hopefully Dan has a sensational 6 and we actually get a game here. First time Dan was on feature match here. I believe he played Elves. So that was pretty sick. You don't see Elves in Modern a whole lot. He played it really well on camera. I think he ended up winning that match. Dan, if you watch on YouTube, let me know. Leyline of, what is that, Sanctity? Yeah. So Dan has other ways to win, of course, other than Grape Shot. Shifting Woodlands for Dan, pass back to Nick. Hall of Heliod's Generosity. All right. He's going to tap for an extra green. He gets to draw a card. Another one. All right, back to Dan. Is that a Mishra's Bauble? Looks like it. Oh no, Dan kept a one-lander. That's unfortunate. This might be a quick one, folks. Sunpetal Grove. Sanctum Weaver. Here is Sanctum Weaver. Can add X mana of any one color where X is the number of enchantments in play. So bobble, draw for bobble, draw for a turn. Looks like he did pick up an island, so that is a step in the right direction for Dan. And a Mox Opal, okay. Gonna counter it. Yep. Gonna get 2 treasures off of the counterspell. An offer you can't refuse. Has another one. Is he going to counter that one? No. But he is going to breach, and we're going to go for it here. Holy smokes. So went from a 1-lander to, F it, we ball. Kind of a turn here. He does have Grinding Station in hand. So we will play the Mox Opal. We're going to counter it. Going to make 4 total. Here's a Grinding Station. Down to 1. Oh, 3. Down to 1. Untap, sack that. Mill 3. 1, 2, 3. And we are doing it. Oh, baby. Just has to not screw up his mechanics here. And I think we've got it, folks. This deck is insane. So, all right. So we'll play the Mox Opal from the bin, which will untap the Grinding Station. Make a mana. Sacrifice the Opal. Mill 3. 3 lands. We would love to exile those to recast this here Mox Opal, which will untap the Grinding Station. Gonna make a blue mana. Gonna tap and sacrifice Mill 3. Just gonna keep on keeping on with this. Gonna untap. Gonna make a mana. Sacrifice Mill 3. Gonna exile those 3. Gonna make another green mana, which then we're gonna sack that. Mill 3. There's a Song of Creation. Gonna replay the Mox Opal, which untaps the Grinding Station. Tap it, add blue. Mill 3, sack. And so on and so forth. Hey, what's up? Yes. What's up, J Money? Modern, let's go indeed. All right, so he's gonna sack here. And is it Nick scooping him up? Looks like it. Yeah, Nick's going to scoop him up. Probably, I don't have comms on the players, but probably asked, do you have Thassa's Oracle? Dan says yes. Dan shows it to him. And that's going to be that. All righty. So there you have it. Round 1 over kind of in a flash. Russell Meredith? Well, we'll see if he won. If he won, then we definitely can hope to get him on. Do you know what he's playing? Do you know what deck he's playing? But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, make sure to hit up impactgamingcenter.gg. Gorio's Vengeance. Oh, sick. Sick. Yeah, if he won, I'll get him on. All right, so thank you all so much. Make sure, like I said, impactgamingcenter.gg. We've got singles, we've got sealed product, whatever you need. Go check us out over there. I appreciate you all. We at Impact appreciate you all. And until either next round or in the next video, my name's been Les Alex. Catch you all on a flippy flop. Adios, everyone.